Welcome back to the arena with me, Michael Coren, of course. Now, it's been an eventful week for Turkey. Pope Francis visited and even attended the Blue Mosque to pray. And then President Erdogan, who has previously said that Muslims discovered America and that women should stay at home, he opined that the West, including children, die. He said, and I quote, "Believe me, Americans don't like us. They look like friends, but they want us dead. They like seeing our children die. How long will we stand that fact?" Jerry Tutunjian is a journalist and editor who specializes in Armenia and Turkey and matters related. We'll speak about Armenia specifically in a few moments, but this man, and he's no fool, by the way, and this is not some crazy mullah.
He's shrewd, yeah.
Yeah, he's an intelligent man, very much, I think, Muslim Brotherhood, but he makes these comments, and they're so outrageous, but he gets away with it.
He has a huge following in the country, in Asia Minor.
And he's been re-elected.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's called Anatolia. That's his power base. In Istanbul, in Ankara, he's made fun of. In the world, he's made fun of. But in the hinterland, he's a hero.
Yeah,
That's how he gets away with it.
I mean, Turkey is divided, but the majority is with him. But there is a good, I say, a third of Turkey that looks to Europe, that is not particularly religious. It looks to the West. They find him embarrassing. They laugh at him. But he's probably got, what, 60% support in the country, and that's enough to keep making him president.
Correct, correct. And also he has the Kurds against him, in addition to Turks and the Alevis. Okay, but he manages. He's became president, and now he built a $630 million presidential palace, which is 3, 4, 5 times bigger than White House.
Well, he wants to. There's a power struggle in the Muslim world. Iran, being Shia, would like to dominate. Saudi Arabia thinks it should be in charge of the Sunni power. Turkey, non-Arab, looks back to the Ottoman Empire, a caliphate based on them. I mean, the Turks, there are Arab Christians. In the Arab world, you can be an Arab Christian. There's persecution, but the concept does exist. There's no such thing as a Turkish Christian. The Turks assume you are Muslim, otherwise you're not a real Turk.
Oh, yeah. They have killed, in the past couple of years, several Italian priests.
Yep.
They've killed nuns.
Beheaded one. Yep.
And they have destroyed patriarchal cemeteries. They have closed the theological seminary of the Greeks, so the Greeks cannot produce new priests to run their community. So they have to bring people from outside. But people who come in outside, difficulty getting permits or staying. So every effort is being made to, sort of strangle the Greek community, which is only 2,000.
It was big. I mean, there was a pogrom in 1955. There were Greeks. The government sponsored it, and that was before they were Islamist. They were more secular. They occupy northern Cyprus. They've closed down churches, and they deny a genocide. They deny the murder of... How many Armenians died?
1.5 million.
1.5 million people. Hitler said, "Who remembers the Armenians now?" Before he began his extermination of the Jewish people. Turkey, in a way, it's a Holocaust. It's an official Holocaust denial. It denies the Armenian genocide.
And Canada recognized it as a genocide. Ontario, Quebec, BC recognize it. 42 American states recognize it.
France has been very strong on this.
Sweden, Switzerland, Holland, and many South American countries recognize it. Vatican recognizes it.
Well, we're going to talk about it in a few moments, because how the Pope did in Turkey. It's staggering to me that a country can deny an historical fact. I'm not blaming contemporary Turks of what happened. I'm not saying it's their fault, but there should be an apology, a contrition, and there should be reparation.
Correct.
But they also, I mean, they occupy parts of Kurdistan too. I mean, but they're in NATO. They want to be in the European community. There are some people in the European community who say allow them to come in. There are more journalists in prison in Turkey than any other country in the world.
Yep. More than China.
And they do get away. Now, the Pope was there. And he made a statement. We're going to play a little clip now. I think he's using euphemism, and it's not entirely sure what he's saying. But can we see his subtitles? Can we see that clip now, please?
Si sono verificate e ancora avvengano gravi persecuzioni ai danni di gruppi minoritari, specialmente, ma non solo, i cristiani e i yazidi. Centinaia di migliaia di persone sono state costrette ad abbandonare le loro case e la loro patria per poter salvare la propria vita e rimanere fedeli al proprio credo.
Now, it's all very well, but he could have said that in many countries. Unless he said it privately, I didn't hear him say, you must admit to the massacre of 1.5 million Armenian Christians. This must be acknowledged, and he's the Pope.
A few months ago, he said that there was a genocide of Armenians.
That was last year, 2013, yeah.
It was not in Turkey.
No.
And he referred to it when he was flying from Istanbul to Italy on the plane.
Yeah.
Okay, again, he was outside Turkey when he referred to it. Now, I was watching their language, the body language, and what they were saying. As usual, Erdogan was bristling, almost impolite.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Pope went there as a peacemaker to build relationship, and he was talking about softening this ISIL business, and, you know.
Yeah.
What does Erdogan say? ISIL was created by Westerners because these are oppressed people, they are suffering people, and that's how ISIL. Rather than saying that we are going to do something about ISIL, since day one, Turkey has been one of the #1 supporters of ISIL. To this day, they are supporting ISIL, although they deny it. They buy ISIL illegal gas from Iraq and Syria and sell it to the world.
Anyone who attacks the Kurds...
And practically every fighter who went to Syria to fight went through Turkey.
Yeah. You know, I'm all for ecumenical attempts. The Pope went to the mosque. I'm not saying that's wrong. He must reach out, but at the same time, he must also state fact very firmly. And if he would have said in Turkey, just stated a fact, the Armenian genocide, attempted genocide took place, it would have actually changed the world. And I know that could have caused some problems, but we must, I would just end with this. If people, imagine if the Germans said there was no Shoah, there was no Holocaust, how would they be regarded? We're out of time, unfortunately. But
may I say something?
Very quickly, yeah.
Well, Erdogan isn't the only one who denies a genocide. We have a senator here called Senator Ann Cools, who has been a senator for 40 years. And the other day, a few months ago, he said that Canada should repeal.
Well, if Senator Ann Cools did say that,
yes, she did.
She's welcome to come on the show, and we'll have a conversation. We'll have you on and her, and we'll debate the issue right
anytime.
here. Thank you very much.